Straight talk, straight love. What are the critical issues confronting black male-female relationships? There's a lot of talk about brothers on the down low, but what about the explosion of the sex toy industry? What are your views on interracial dating? How about the images of black females on television and in music? Maybe she makes more money than he does in a relationship. These are some of the issues we'll be tackling on Straight Talk, Straight Love. What do you think are some of the major issues confronting black male-female relationships?
I think one of the major issues facing black male-female relationships is just the issue of trust. I mean, on one hand, sisters are complaining there's no good brothers. On the other hand, brothers are complaining that there's sisters out there that are gold diggers. I mean, all these other issues. And I think we just have lost a sense of trust with one another. The whole idea that we were once a community and we were indeed brothers and sisters, I think we've lost a bit of that and we need to recapture that.
Why do you think we've lost some of it?
Well, you know, I think just our communities physically and geographically are not what they used to be. I mean, the inner cities, the urban areas, the predominantly communities of color that we once knew and our parents grew up in, that you knew your neighbor and your parents spanked other people's children. I mean, we don't see that nowadays. And so I think just the way that the family has changed has also changed the relationship between black men and black women. What do you think are some of the major issues confronting black male-female relationships?
I think some of the issues are disparity in numbers, that there are more black women out there as opposed to black men. I think that some of the issues just come down to more of a human issue, that facing poverty, facing education or non-education, barriers as far as job, career, and wealth opportunities are concerned has helped to face some barriers in male and female relationships.
When you talk about the discrepancy in numbers, would it ever make it possible then that you might share a man?
I probably have unknowingly.
Whoa. But never, you wouldn't do it knowingly?
No, not knowingly.
Now, well, a lot of black women make more money than the men do. Can you deal in a relationship like that? I'm going to ask the married lady first.
Yes, I can deal with a relationship like that. I actually would prefer a relationship like that.
Why? Gives you more power, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
It does.
So do you make more than your husband?
No, I don't actually. We're pretty much the same, but I don't know. I try not to get into those kinds of particulars with regards to the connection that I'm going to have with someone. If the connection is there, if they make me smile, if they bring out the best in me, then I don't think economics can play a factor in that.
No?
Because I don't think so.
Mortgages do?
If I don't think we should incur expenses that we can't manage together as a couple. And I really believe that there are going to be times where the tables might be turned, where they're making more than me, and I would hope that they would accept me the same way that I would accept them. You know,
you've never been in that situation before?
In that situation, and I've never expected anything from someone that they can't expect from me. And so, you know, to only date someone who has a car, and when I'm sitting here without a car, I would never expect that. Or for someone to pay the check when I can't pay it, then I think that's ridiculous.
I love your answers. If you get a divorce, you call me. I'm going to give you my card when we get finished. What about you?
Well, again, it's easy for the married lady to say some of those things. Okay, the happily married lady. As a single woman, I find that, I do believe in connecting with somebody on a level that doesn't have anything to do with money. There are a lot of free things that I love to do. I love to walk in the park. I love to go to, the theater. I love to watch the stars at night. But I also...
You have to pay the rent.
Well, and I also like to travel, and I like to eat in nice restaurants. And what I expect from a man is the things that I can do for myself. And I can do all those things for myself. And so if I'm with somebody, I want us to be able to do those things together. And I'm not going to foot the bill. Just the same way I don't expect him to foot my bill. But I need somebody who's my equal. And being my equal means that you have, a pretty decent job and a good education.
But just to name a few, I think that, first of all, there are a lot more black women who are doing very well professionally. And unfortunately, we don't have as many black male counterparts. So that puts us at a disadvantage. I think also...
Someone who made less than you?
Oh, yeah, but they would have to be home cooking and cleaning. Well, no, I would date someone that makes less than me, but I want them to be ambitious. I want them, even if they're an artist, you know, a struggling artist, work hard to be the best artist you can be. So for me, it's about ambition. I mean, there was a period of time when I didn't do that well either. I've been fortunate lately, not that fortunate, but you know, I've been fortunate lately and had some good opportunities. So I mean, I just like people who are passionate about what they do and want to do the best they can do. But sometimes I think people that make less get a little intimidated by the fact that I may do a little better than them, and that's a problem. And I think a lot of success